Hello, everybody. It's Jarrod Alberich, the yard sale artist, here with just a random video. It's a nice, quiet Friday. I've decided to do a little drawing. I'm going to. I've been having a lot of fun lately drawing turtles, so I'm going to be doing a turtle sketch here today. Any sketch you see, just like my little high quality sign here says, is going to be only $10. In fact, you know what? I'm going to take the time. Yes, right. I'm going to use technology to my benefit. I'm going to use tech to my benefit right now. Going to create a banner. Oh, look at this. Things the next level. I'm about to draw some turtles. Oh, yeah. Hope everybody's doing good day after Thanksgiving. I know I am. I'm just kind of chilling at the house. Family's out shopping. There we go. There. Now we don't have to use my crappy handmade sign. Literally written on an envelope. Well, I want to welcome you guys to the Long Box Crusade Network, where we're always doing something fun and interesting. And today we're going to draw a turtle. I might be joined a little later on by my friend, Mighty Mark Hatherley from Bermuda. I'm not sure. He said he was going to try to stop by. Or I also heard that Pat DJ Cristado Sampson may stop by. So there's a lot that may go on today. And I seem to have already accidentally turned off my banner. There we go. I swear I'll get it all together. Yeah, I've just been in a real Turtles mood lately. Ever since the new book came out from IDW. I think that's Eric Burnham is writing that book. It's, I think they call it Saturday morning version. I've got one laying around here, so I'm looking around. Yeah, I'll find it later. I have issues 1 and 2. Saturday Morning Adventures might be what it's called. So it's very much, a Turtles book done in the style of the old cartoon. And I'm really digging it. Of course, I'm a big Turtles fan anyway. And so, I don't know, Turtles been on my mind, and I got a nice quiet day here. So, yeah, why not draw some turtles? As usual, if you've ever tuned in to watch me draw or ink or whatever before, I always listen to the smooth sounds of Joe November. That's what you're hearing in the background, hopefully, if everything's working properly. I'll show you Joe's. There's Joe's SoundCloud that we're currently listening to. Joe makes excellent beats. Can't recommend him enough. Just look up Joe November on SoundCloud. So yeah, hit the chat, stop by, say hello. I'm just going to draw today. Little Black Friday drawing. I'm going to play with this. This is what I did a few days ago, a couple weeks ago. And this time around, I really kind of wanted to play with the eyes a little bit. I'm going to play with the eyes of the turtle this time around. I like this is very sort of classic old comic book style, sort of Eastman and Laird's style. I was going to do be a little more playful with the eyes on this turtle. Make him a little more toonish, if you will. Yeah, I kind of like that. I got this. This one's more of an angry turtle. This one's gonna be more of a good mood turtle. Yeah, we're just gonna. I went from angry turtle from a few weeks ago to I'm gonna work on a little more of a good mood turtle here, depending on what you like. And like it says, scrolling across the bottom, whether you're watching this live or maybe in a replay, you can pick up any one of these originals. It's really simple. I do them for just $10 because I just put them in these. I got these big invitation envelopes, and I'll just drop it right in there, put a stamp on it, mail it right to you, or whoever you want it mailed to. Maybe you want to give it as a gift. And that's how that works. I just like drawing turtles. I really got into this after the last Dragon Con. They had a kid sketch program this last Dragon Con. And and basically they gave these sketchbooks to these kids. And if you had the little icon on your table that says, hey, I do the sketches for the kids, and they would bring the little mini sketchbook up to you, and you do a little free sketch for them. And turtles are the thing I can do probably the best with any amount of speed. So I just started doing lots and lots and lots of turtles for them. And I don't know, just like drawing turtles. Thinking about tightening up that lower line a little bit. Let me see if I like it. Yeah, just a little tighter. I'm going to put just a little bit of a chin in it. This one I just did completely smooth. Again, very sort of Eastman and Laird era turtle over here. This one a little bit more fun-loving, a little more cartoony. Yeah, that's not a bad layout. You're gonna bust out a template, ladies and gentlemen. For the eye. How big do I want the eye to be? Let's try this one. With a pretty big eye. Let's see if I like it. Yeah, I kind of do. All right. Getting a decent layout here. So I use a much, well, not much. I was over here at, 9/16? I drop it to 13/32. Actually, I'm going to go all the way to the end. 11/32 for the pupil. There we go. Not a bad layout. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my Sharpie No Bleed. Now to have a good basic outline down here. And I'm just going to do single solitary line work just to get the basic lines done. Of course, inking is one of my favorite parts of the process. Again, I'm just using a Sharpie No Bleed. I like what a crisp line it puts down, and I'm just doing the real basic line work. I'm actually going to come back through with a thicker pen momentarily. I just want basic lines all set up. Oh boy, we've hit the dad rap portion of our day.
In my 40s, time to tell my story. I'm a gamer in my 40s, and it started with Atari on a black and white TV.
And I know that even though I put these pencil lines down using a template, that I'm just free-handing over them because I wanted to have a little bit of an organic feel to it.
Talk about my mind blown. We had Link, Metroid, Castlevania, and Mario. How many lawns did I have
Want it to feel
to get my hands on
just a little, hand drawn, if you will.
And I took my hard-earned cash to the stove, ran upstairs with my new Nintendo, moved all my He-Mans and G.I. Joes, hooked it all up, and what do you know? Same black and white TV, man, it's got to go. Oh, snap. What I just said.
Oh, what up? Mark's in the... I see him down there. I got all wrapped up in my drawing. Let's bring Mark in. There he is, Mark.
Hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Let's turn the music down so I can hear you a little better.
Yeah, I'm really been waiting for like the last 20 minutes.
From the beautiful island of Bermuda, it is Mark Hatherley, and looks like he's got a Spidey going on over there. And I can hear just a little bit of my echo coming in just a few seconds after I say it. So you can hear the latency.
Is this better? Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
I had my earbuds.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. It's been a while.
Yeah, that's better. Oh, it's just so nice to talk to you, Mark. How you been? That's a sweet Spider-Man he's got going on over there.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. Like I said, it's been a while. I have my earphones in. I'm not sure if I took them out.
Oh, and we've already got our first comment off of Facebook. Brian said, I'm going to date myself here. This reminds me of the old Nature World with Captain Bob TV show from the 70s and 80s. And that's totally a compliment. I'll take it as such. I don't remember that one. But yeah. So I've been working on this Ninja Turtle. Looks like we got Mark in here with a Spider-Man.
Yep.
Is that a commission for somebody or a fun piece?
No. I haven't done a commission in a while.
You hear that, folks?
Yeah. It's been like that here, you know.
Oh, that's a cool Spidey. It's definitely a Mark Hatherley background, and I should know because I've inked more than one. Man, it's just so good to be back on with you, Mark. How you been, my friend?
I'm all right, man. It has been a while, huh?
Been too long, yeah.
Yeah, it has been too long.
I was just talking with Pat Sampson, founder of the Long Box Crusade, the other day, and I was like, man, I just want to get on doing some drawing because I've done a few inking streams, basically just to motivate me to keep inking.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, I just get to drawing. And like I was saying earlier before you came on, when I did Dragon Con this year, they had these little kids, they had a little sketchbook program. These little kids had these little sketchbooks that if you're an artist and you were taking part in the program, you put a little sticker on your name tag, and that let the kids know that you were doing free sketches.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I got a lot of kids come by, so I had to think that through. Of like, okay, what can I do that's fast?
Yeah.
You know, and that the kids will like it. So I started doing turtles because it's probably the fastest thing I can do in a decent and come out decent. And I did a lot of turtles, and I just really got to enjoy drawing turtles. So now I'm kind of experimenting. This is the one I did a few weeks ago, and it's very, very original turtle, Eastman and Laird style. And now I've played with it a little bit to do more fun.
Yeah, I think a little more friendly.
Yeah. So this is for those kind of Turtles fans, and this is for those hey kind of Turtles fans.
Yeah. But you can't really go wrong with Ninja Turtles, can you? When it comes to the
I don't
children.
think you can.
When it comes to the children, you know, they're gonna love it anyway, which is a good
right.
thing.
I only came across like 2 kids that were like, "What are the Ninja Turtles?" And I was like, "Let me talk to your parents for a minute. They've clearly done something wrong."
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Brian, if you're still in the chat, I just want to thank you for stopping by to say hello. We have a really good chat community on the Long Box Crusade. And, oh, man, you know what I should do? Let's see if I can I'll let you carry all the drawing for a minute. I'm going to see if I can go into get that screenshot of our new cover in its latest version. Yes. I put that up for everybody.
That was cool, I must say.
Yeah. Old Ace came through for us, didn't he?
Yep. Like I said, there's things they just re-inspire me because I must say, I had a bit of a slump here lately. You know, it's like you start questioning a few things.
Oh
but
yeah, I
then
know how
it's
that goes.
but it's like then I had to realize. I said, wait a minute. The whole reason why you started drawing was because you enjoyed doing it. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, okay, well, just start drawing again.
You know, you were there for me when I went through my art crisis like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
know I get it.
yeah, exactly. And then seeing that cover, it was like that was just like just a little bit more of a spark to add, because I already had
Mhm.
started to get back motivated again. And then seeing that, it's like, yeah, you remember why you
Just
was
a
doing
little
it in the
shot in
first
the
place.
arm.
Yep. And with the shipwreck, it's the thing that's been difficult is because I like penciling. The inking is just like it wears on you after a while. So it's like
Tell
I
me about
slid
it.
on I slid on a bunch.
I just wish the timing had been a little better.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
But
all right.
like I said,
Yeah, I
I
just
got to
wish the
be
timing was better.
yeah,
Because
I got to be into my sales again. So
good. Yeah, if the timing had been just a little better, I would have finished Cold Lightning and then I would be inking it for you.
yeah,
But as we all
but
know,
it's
you
all
got a
good.
big bite on it though, man. You've got like I want to
So
say
yeah,
you're halfway now on inks.
well, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, and the funniest part is that the inking doesn't take that long once you get started and get going. But the other problem is that now I canceled some of the pages such a long time ago. Is that now I'm looking at so many things and I'm almost redrawing some of these pages. Like you know what I mean?
I knew
Like
you were
going
gonna
over.
fall into that trap.
I'm telling you, like so every page I pull out the ink, right? Is like I'm not totally revamping it, but I'm changing so much. But it's still the same layout. You know what I mean? But it's just that I see so many things that I can make better now. So it's like so it's just taking a bit more extra time.
I know. I knew that was going to happen to you. I knew you were going to go. Oh, I want
Yeah,
to change this. I want to change that, and you know
yeah, it's
that could be
funny,
a
but
benefit because I mean, if it makes you happier with the final product, then that's
yes,
fine.
and
But
that's the
it'll
thing, right?
steal your time.
Right, and it's it's for the better. And the other thing is that obviously when you see the finished product with the colors on it and everything, I see where I can improve the penciling to improve the inking, which in return will make the coloring better. You know what I mean? So
It
it's like
all
so
feeds.
by the time we get to the end of it, it should be pretty. Hopefully it's pretty impressive for the readers.
Well, it already looks great, and you know, like you and I have talked about many times before that we are later in life and we aren't trying to get
Yeah.
jobs at Marvel or DC. So
No,
we make
exactly.
comics at
Yep.
our own pace.
Yep. That been went out of my mind. Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, just making time again to do certain things. But life gets busy.
Yeah, it does. But I've got the picture. So for the looks like there's a couple of folks watching. I want to say hi. Come on in the chat. Say hello if you'd like.
Yeah.
There is. I'll put that up. There's the cover that Mark and I just did for Hamilton versus Burrow Werewolf Tale. Um, with Ace Wheelie on colors, Mark's pencils. I did the inks. I wrote the story about 4 or 5 years ago. Finally sold out of all the copies, so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna run a Kickstarter for a second printing." So we won't have to raise too much money. Just trying to get the well. I say that the printing costs have gone way up.
Yeah. That's another thing.
But I figured if I was going to beg for people's money to help print it, we might as well offer something new, which is this new
Yeah.
cover. And I'm really proud of it, man. You did a great job, man.
Yeah. Thanks. I mean, well, we all did. It came out very good.
I'm very
I
happy
must
with it.
say, I'm proud of it.
Should be. You did a great job.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna get my copy.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
have a because I have a digital copy, but I'm gonna get a hard copy.
No, you know it.
You know.
So yeah, I actually reached out to our publisher, Mr. Van Plexico. yesterday or this morning, one of the two. I can't remember. Everything goes by so fast.
Yeah.
But I said, hey, looks like we're about ready. He's going to help me get the one of those UPC codes for it for the White Rocket, and we're going to just got to adjust a couple of things. We got a really great quote about the first printing from Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Men. We want to put that on the cover, and of course I got to go on the inside and put credits for you for the alternate cover.
Yeah.
And aside from that, yeah, then we'll be ready to launch Kickstarter. And then my plan on that, well, it's not a plan, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have them printed. I'm going to pay for the printing out of my pocket and hope that the Kickstarter puts the money back into my pocket. I'll risk it a little bit because I want people back a Kickstarter from us. I want them to know that it's done and ready to go. That, you know, once the Kickstarter closes, they're going to get their product. They're not going to have to wait.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to work ahead, not behind.
Hey, and you got to make some sacrifices, huh?
Yep. And I imagine you probably like to get paid at some point.
Well, well, yes, but it's not the focal point, you know. I just want to get this Shipwrecker book going because I mean I'm actually excited about it, but it takes time.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So I just I put realistic goals ahead of myself now, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to my brother, and my brother and I had a comic book idea many years ago, and my brother's like, "Hey, I finally really kind of buckled down," and because we had the idea, and he was going to write it just based off of our idea, and then he's like, "I got it all. I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to get it done. It's going to be ready." And, you know, we can get Mark to pencil it, and I was thinking, well, I've already got Mark scheduled to do Francisco Stein after Shipwrecker. Yeah. So we've got like your third book is waiting in the wings.
Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, I mean, I'm game for that, you know, because I realize is the pencils is what I enjoy the most, and obviously, the more I do, the better it becomes. You know, I mean, not tooting my own horn, but you can see the improvement.
No, you know, tell me about it. Yeah,
so it's just getting better. So I'm actually excited, you know, because and when you start fresh, it's just a whole different frame of mind. So it's just like I actually can't wait to start a new book, to be quite honest. But like I said,
new.
We gotta get one finished. You know? Let's get one thing sorted and finished out of the way, and then it's like okay.
Well, we got plenty of things to do together as long as you want to, and I know what you mean about like you can see yourself getting better because, like I said, I just finished Cold Lightning, which was 3 issues,
right?
And I can look at page 1 and then look at what's essentially page 66 because they're 3 22-page issues, and I can just see. I'm like, oh my gosh, I suck so bad back on page 1.
I mean, right, and you don't want to be hard on yourself, but I mean, it's just the reality of it, huh?
Yeah,
and I'm sure any artist can say that. I mean, if you don't, then you have an issue. You got a problem, you know.
Yeah, it's. I once knew a guy who painted cars. You know, just painted a car.
Yeah.
And he was learning how to paint cars. So, and I had a car that I needed painting. And he's like, "Well, I can do it cheaper because I'm learning."
Yeah.
And he said, you know, his phrase was, "Every barber needs a head of hair to cut."
Oh, yeah,
it's the only way you're going to get better.
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, well, that's so basically these projects are barber's chair auditions, I guess.
And it benefits us, and it benefits everyone, you know, because it's like, you know, because I mean, we got a lot of room, you know, for error.
Well, I'm having fun with it.
I am as well. I mean, I really enjoyed penciling the Shipwrecker page, especially towards the ending, like where I said, where things just started to fall into place. You know, where the pages became, it was a lot faster, and I think because of drawing the characters over and over, and improving, and improving as well. It's like some nights you just go into the zone, right, and before you know it, you know, you're just completed.
Yep. I know. I felt like it was taking me forever to ink Cold Lightning, and then
Yeah, I
I
can
did go
imagine.
into the zone once, and I was like, when I had like 5 pages left, I was like, just go, just go,
Yeah,
just go, just go, just go.
exactly, exactly.
And this live stream thing helped because I was like, you know what? Even if just a couple people pop in to say hi, like we had
Yeah,
Brian a minute ago to say hello, that's just nice. It's like you have somebody to chat with, and well, of course,
and at
I'll
least
chat
it's
either
still,
way.
and at least it's still working.
Hmm.
That's the main part.
Speaking of which, anybody who's watching, or maybe you're watching this on a replay that's not live, I've gone back to the no bleed pen. I used the Sharpie Extreme there to thicken my lines, and now I'm using the no bleed pen to sharpen up the edges of the lines and do a little tapering off on like these parts here, make them a little bit sharp on the taper. That's what I'm doing. Mark's doing Mark background stuff.
Yeah, and you know,
I can.
I said that I'm not gonna make it too technical, but as you know,
Mm-hmm.
as I got going, it's just like one thing led to another. It's just like
Oh,
uh, before I knew it, I had tons of buildings again in the background.
oh boy! If anybody here knows anything about Mark, he is not gonna mail it in on the backgrounds. It's not. He's gonna go all out every time.
Yeah, I can't help it, you know.
But that's good. That's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Shows you care about the craft.
Yep.
So I guess I gotta kind of interview you here because I have questions. It's been too long. It's been, I don't know, maybe a year since we've done this. I'm not even
Yeah,
sure.
it's been a while.
So I got to catch up on some things. First question: have you done any more custom shoes?
Uh, I actually did do a pair,
Oh
but
no!
it was a pair that it was a one of my son's pairs of shoes that he didn't want, right? So I
Right.
said, you know what? I'm gonna just experiment, and I did some nice pink flowers on them because it turned out, well, the story was, I'm gonna be honest with you, he bought these shoes and then he wore them maybe once or twice and then realized that it was actually the guy. Well, he feels the guy duped him and sold him women's shoes. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
So he didn't want to wear them anymore. I mean, you know. So I said, but you know what? I'm gonna experiment on them, and um, and it came out pretty good. I just put some pink flowers on them, and I actually I gave the I gifted the pair to one of my coworkers. Because she has like the same size foot,
Oh, nice.
so she was very happy with it. I mean, it
I
came
th-
out pretty good.
I think I saw them on Instagram.
Yeah, I did post them on my post on my Instagram feed. Yeah, so I just gave them away.
Nice.
Yeah, so
I
but
love
definitely,
that. Me, I'm always yard sailing and finding things.
yeah,
So it's like I love it. I love that.
yeah,
I feel sorry for your son that he probably got duped. But
yeah. But like you said, we took lemons and made lemonade.
there you go. Oh, my son's
Yeah,
all
but
about sneakers too. He's always buying sneakers.
yeah, but they go through those phases, don't they?
Hmm. I see we got a couple of people watching out there. I welcome you to come into the chat as Mark and I are just having a good time here. Mark's drawing live from Bermuda, and I'm drawing live from Alabama. So one of us is a little more exotic than the other one. It's Mark. He's more exotic, in case you guys didn't know. So, Mark, you got a Spidey going on.
Yeah. Um, I don't know why I drew him. To be quite honest, it wasn't for no particular reason. Actually, you know what it was?
Hmm.
I was actually. Let me see if I can find the picture, and I'll show you on the screen. I was at work one day. I wouldn't say I was goofing off, but let's just say I had some free time on my hands,
I understand. I understand.
and I was just doodling a bug, and I was just let's see if you can see. Yeah, so I was just playing around
Okay, yeah.
with all these spotty doodles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the poses, I it came out pretty good, right?
Right.
So I said, you know what? I'm going to use that purse and make it into a proper piece of artwork.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So I've been doing it for a while. I've just been playing around with it because, as you can see, the page is getting so messy. It's there. It's like I don't feel like cleaning it up, but I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep chipping away until I have it how I want it. And then, because I was just gonna go ahead and just ink from what I have now, but I said, you know what? Let me do the buildings and things properly because I want a proper finished product, for this particular piece because I actually like the way it came out. So I'm gonna take my time and just keep chipping away. Yes, and I can take my time because it's not a commission for anyone, anything like that. And Spider-Man can be kind of tricky because the webbing and all those little strings and then all the little webs all over his suit, it can turn into a bit of a
Right.
nuisance.
Right. I'm still very proud of the Spider-Man piece that we did together. It was your pencils over a
Yeah.
ridiculously complicated cityscape.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah, it was one of those, wasn't it? I just think it's just, I mean, it's a lot of extra time, but I just think it just adds to it so much, because when you see the finished product is you have no idea how much time it takes, 'Cause
Right.
when I look at some of these Spider-Man, the professional pages, right? It's like the buildings you take them for granted, but then I say, wait a minute, like I can't imagine how much time these guys put into these backgrounds,
Mm.
and it actually helps to sell the whole image.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
New York City is as much of a part of
exactly.
Spider-Man as anything else.
Yep, exactly. So it just makes it really nice. I mean, and I've learned to not be so anxious to see the finished product because I know sometimes I tend to race a bit because you just want to harp and see what it's gonna look like when it's finished. But I just know I slow right down. I try to do it, because at some point it'll be finished. Maybe not
Wish I could
tonight.
learn that lesson. Sometimes I think I go too fast because I want to see the end
Yeah, I
product.
mean, and doing commissions, I understand as well, because I must say, it's just the nature of it that I tend to rush them as well, because when you get customers, especially when they pay you, you feel a sense of obligation to and really they're not in a rush for it. But I think as somebody trying to provide a proper service to folks is just like you
Mm-hmm.
tend to just rush a bit. But
A
now it's
hundred
like
percent.
yeah, I try to take my time on that as well. But like I said, I haven't really been pushing for commissions, and it's slid on a huge amount. So I said, I just take it in stride, and I work on shipwreck and all when I can.
Mm, I love
Yeah,
it.
no big deal. I always have something to do. That's the thing about it.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I used to advertise heavily for commissions,
Yeah,
and then I just kind of stopped, and I just kind of like let them come to me when they.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And yeah, yeah, but I've had a busy season. This almost happens almost every year, right around Thanksgiving. I get a few
right,
commissions, and I post about them, and then people are thinking about Christmas presents.
right, exactly. And this
So
is this is
yeah,
a good
earlier
thing.
this week I did, I think 8 commissions in 3 days or 4 days,
Nice.
which is nice, for the
Yeah,
money, but it's
it's a lot of work. It's a
you
lot
know,
of
a lot of
work
work.
involved. Yeah,
You're like, oh, you
yeah,
tell your wife, oh, I got to go back to the studio.
yeah. And you can easily lose track when you have a bunch of them.
Yes,
Like I mean, you can't lose track when you have a bunch of them. I must say.
I have a whiteboard just off to the left that I have next to my drawing desk, and whenever I get them, I track them on the whiteboard.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's all good. I don't stress it because like I said, I sort of lost focus, because you start saying about, I want money and I want, but then you say, well, wait a minute, when you first started drawing, like you wasn't really worrying about money per se.
Mm-hmm.
But it always helps when you can get paid for something you enjoy doing.
That's
So,
true.
and I got a bunch of pieces, like I got a lot of nice pieces that I have to just finish inking them and whatnot. But I just sort of pencil them, and then I start inking halfway, and I just get tired of inking, and I just put them down, and that's that. And I just start
Just put them in an envelope and mail them
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
And then
believe it
I'll
or
like,
not, I might just send you a bunch because I got a drawer full of them. You know.
I
Some-
found one. Look at this. Look at this. I found this
Oh
the other
wow!
day.
I forgot all about that one.
That is a Mark Hatherley from 2017. This
Gee.
is a 5-year-old drawing.
Yeah.
And
That's nice.
I found it. I was like, oh man, I need to bust this out for like a live stream, and I'll ink it,
Yeah.
and then and I'll sell it. For those of you who don't know, if you're watching live or if you're watching this in replay, like it's kind of how I met Mark. Like on Twitter, I saw his drawings, and I was always looking for drawings to ink while I was at the shows. Like I just wish I had something to ink. So I reached out to Mark, say, hey, can I buy some of your pencil drawings, and then I'll ink them and then sell them, maybe make a profit, maybe not. But I said,
Yeah.
I know you're on Bermuda, so it's harder for you to get your name out.
Yeah,
I'll buy
exactly.
pencil drawings from you. I think this wasn't in the original bundle of pencil drawings I bought from you.
Yeah, that was quite possibly.
And so I was like, hey, this is awesome. So I actually know a guy who's a big Swamp Thing fan.
Okay.
And I reached out to him and I was like, hey, would you be interested in this if I inked it? And he said, yeah, he's got a little tight on money right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that's kind of why I put it on the back burner. I said, well, I'll just I won't rush to that one.
Yeah.
And hit me up if you find yourself a little extra cash.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about art, because it's not so much that people don't want to support you, but like you said, money is tight,
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for people. Like people probably really want things, but it's hard for them to, at the time to just spend the money on a piece of artwork, especially when you have other responsibilities,
Yeah.
So I get it all, I understand.
When I did the art game, which was 15, when I got serious about it, I was at a show and there was a guy who had just sold a really nice Frankenstein painting he had done, and he was really excited about it. And he was kind of telling me a little bit about cons and how things work and all that. And
right.
He's the one that told me, he's like, selling an original piece is really magical because you have to find someone who likes the subject matter, who likes your interpretation of the subject matter, who has a place to put it in their home and has the money to afford it. So you have to get 4 things to line up.
Exactly. Yep. And that's the thing. Because it actually surprises me what, like, some of the commissions I've got, like some of the characters that people actually like, is surprising because some of the characters I wasn't even familiar with. So, you have to you look them up and they send you pictures and it's like, okay, cool.
I know that's real. Hey, Pat Sampson in the chat.
Hello, Pat.
Says he's stopping by to say hi. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I know I did. And,
that's good.
I actually asked Mark the other day. I was like, "Do you guys celebrate Thanksgiving on the island?" And he said, "Kind of."
Yeah, I mean, it's right. It's. I think more so now, more folks are starting to make a bit of effort for it, because you guys have a holiday for Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. See, we're here is just another day, right? But people, like I said, they just show thanks, and normally most people will have like here we have like a lot of people will have like a Thanksgiving lunch. You know what I mean? Where you can just go and buy turkey and stuffing and whatnot, and then some people would have like a big dinner at night. Depending. This year we didn't go all out, but I mean I know one year I may have made like a little Thanksgiving dinner. But it's nice to give thanks, but it's never been like a big thing like where you guys are. I have to be honest,
Right. I mean, it's part of our nation's history and all that
exactly,
stuff. So
exactly.
I get that other people probably, it's just Thursday,
Right, exactly.
But it's kind of neat that you have a day to give thanks. That's
exactly,
cool.
exactly. Where you don't forget,
Yeah, we had a good one yesterday. I ate too much food as usual.
Yeah. Well, hey, can I say nothing wrong with that? As long as you don't do it all the time.
That's right. That's my
I
problem
mean,
right there.
yeah, you do it all the time. That's when you can run into problems.
I see we have a handful of people watching. I just want to say, hey, thanks for stopping by. Feel free to say hello in the chat.
Yep. Hello,
Um,
folks. It's been a
everything
while.
you see that we do is for sale. I'm doing
Yep.
these Turtles cards for $10. Mark's selling that Spider-Man for $6.2 million. So
Yep.
if you have that,
Hey,
actually, we didn't even talk about it. I don't even know what Mark would need to charge, but it's
yeah.
gonna be more than $10 because he's got to ship it from Bermuda.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
Mark's prices are always very good. I will say
Yeah.
that
I try to be reasonable.
he's so.
But
If you feel free to inquire about the Spider-Man if you want it.
yeah. I'm sure we can work something out.
That's right.
But it wasn't the intention. I'm just like having fun just drawing these days.
That's right.
I'm practicing my inking. I started using what's them little pens called? There's the little nibs on them. Let me see
Little
if I can find it.
microns.
No, this is actually like one of the like one of these pens, but I can't find the one I've been using.
Oh, right, like the fountain pen style, right?
Yeah, the
Right.
fountain pen, yes. But I had one here. I don't know where it's going. It has like I like the tip on that one, but it's like one of these circular tips where it holds the ink inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm done with it.
That's always the way. You always lose your favorites.
Well, yeah, it's like this one here, but this is not it. You can see this one's getting pretty rusty.
Oh man.
I'll
I
find
have
it.
like 2 or 3 pens that are sort of my go-to
Yeah.
ink pens, and of course I have the one. I use this sable hair brush.
Yeah.
Raphael, I think it's what it's called, is the brand.
Yes. Those are pretty good.
Those are great. When
Yeah.
I have, I like to do those for like big projects that like you and I work on together, like that Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Cover work, especially. I was just off getting myself a marker. I started to think about using this screen here, but I've used it for a couple of things, and I always live in fear I'm going to get halfway through the color and the marker's going to run out.
Oh yeah. But see that.
I want to welcome AU Kathy to the chat. She's waving at us. We're waving back. Hi, Kathy.
Hello, Kathy.
Kathy, a loyal long box listener, and she actually hosts a show on the network now.
Good stuff. I seen that.
So I just went and got a brand new marker, and
yeah, and see that's the thing.
I'm not
and
sure.
And with the markers, I mean, I'm not even sure how many places carry this micron ones, right? And mine's run out pretty fast, right? So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to try to start because ink goes a lot further. You know what I mean? Because there's markers that are nice, but once they start to run out of ink, it becomes a nuisance.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, at least with the ink, it's like you get a lot more out of it. Trying to find them here, it's kind of a nuisance. Then you have to order and wait.
I can imagine. Speaking of which, we still don't know whatever happened to those art pages I sent.
Oh yes, and I forgot. I'm gonna have to call UPS here because the guy called me after he had let me know that you sent him, and he said, okay, we have something for you, and we need invoices. So he told me where to email, and I emailed the invoices, and that was the end of that. And then then you start having all those issues. So I was like, okay, well, I was on the impression that it was in my hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The UPS lady emailed me, and she was like, "Hey, we need to see the copy of like the invoices with your letterhead."
Yeah.
And that's why I messaged her back. I said, "This is not a sale. It is marked as a gift. No one's buying anything. No one's selling anything. I had these made. I'm giving them to my friend. End of story."
Right. As simple as that. And it was just like it could be a nuisance, And I was going to tell you, right, to just send them posts because the post has actually been pretty good.
Yeah, we've never had problems with the regular
Yeah.
post.
And it doesn't take all that long either.
No, yeah, unless some miracle happens, and I hate to talk bad about someone on the live stream, but I gotta say, if some miracle happens, I don't know that I'll ever use UPS to ship to Bermuda ever.
No, I wouldn't advise it because I don't know. The post office is like it's not as stringent. The courier services is like depending upon what it is, and then it's like when people see the word gift, it's like they just go all ballistic. Like it's it'd probably be better off you said you were selling them to me.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because I mean, the minute they see gift, it's like, oh, this person's trying to cheat this duty, and anyway,
it's like, no, dude, it's a gift.
yeah, it's a gift, exactly.
I'm not. I didn't ask for any. In fact, I spent money, and I'm just sending
Right,
it to
exactly.
him.
Well, I'm hoping that they don't.
Man, I think that comic strip is going to be a lot of fun if we can ever get that to come together.
Yeah. Well, see, and that's the hardest part, is where I'm located. You know what I mean? like the biggest issue is just where I am here.
Well, I'm starting to wonder if they don't have to be in Bermuda, because the lady, she emailed me and said, if it's not resolved by, and I want to say it was like sometime the end of October, then we're just going to send them back to you.
Right.
And I don't have them.
Right. So now I wonder if, well, I even wonder if they ever made it here, because the thing I don't understand is why the gentleman from the company from UPS here had asked me to provide the invoices. Maybe it's just like a pre-clearance thing ahead of time.
I guess.
Because I thought once I heard that, normally here on the island, once you get to that point, you just send them what they ask for, and then not too long after that you get your goods. But not in this case. There's somebody they don't like this. It's like they don't like paper for some reason, huh?
I don't know what it is. Like,
you could probably send me a bomb or something.
This is like the most benign thing, just so normal, and like it's not even something anybody could use for any other purpose than what we're using it for.
Well, that's the thing. Anybody else will see it and probably wait, well, what is this for?
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's a strange thing,
Well, me and my buddy are thinking about doing a comic strip, and I had these made so it would look cool when he drew it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no secrets.
Yep.
Well, that would be neat though if we can. I think that would be so much fun.
I mean, it'll get sorted. I knew it.
Once it gets sorted, we'll get it. We'll be doing more live streams, I think, because I think it'll be a lot of fun to. If I'm inking the one that you just drew, while we're talking about our experiences and what's going on in the story. For those of you who don't know, again, if you're watching live, I see a handful of you watching live. I want to say, hey, come say hello in the chat. Or if you're watching this on a replay, Mark and I are getting serious about taking our character from Shipwrecker, our new independent comic that we're working on, that I suspect will be out in about a year and a half.
Yeah.
But we're going to expand that. We're going to do the further adventures of our main character, whose name is Alan Porter, into like a newspaper style strip that people won't even need to pay for. Like it'll be a strip that we put out on Twitter and Instagram, social media. And you can just follow the adventures. And then once we make a bunch of them, then we'll turn it into a book. And those who really want to have a hard copy, nice, maybe the first 100 strips or something, we'll do that. And I think it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's a great idea. You know what I mean?
I like it because it's just, it's not too demanding. It's three panels.
Exactly.
When you're in the mood to do some panels, you do a few panels. And it's like me when I'm writing it. I
actually thought the concept was pretty cool as well, because once the Shipwrecker book actually gets out and people read it and they get to the end, it is like a cool concept how you carry it on, like the debrief and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I thought.
So you read the script pages?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd looked at it or not yet.
Yeah, I looked at it. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, your imagination, because me, I would never think of that. No, as you see, I didn't think of it.
Oh, that's what I do when I go for my walks. Is I think about it. I think about what happened last time, what happened next.
Yeah.
I don't really have a big goal about where I'm going
No.
with it. It's very Larry Hama, the guy who wrote G.I. Joe,
Right.
always said he just kind of whatever happened happened. I have
And
some general thoughts,
yep.
but other
But
than that,
the
we're
funny
just gonna
thing is
see
that's
where
when
it
you
goes.
come up with some of the best stuff, you know, when you just wing it.
I think you're right. And I think, unless there's anybody out there watching, if anybody out there's watching you, I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes because I think I'm going to make this Donatello with the purple bandana. If you're watching this and you're like, oh, I want that original sketch card for just $10, mailed right to my house, but I don't want Donatello. I want to be a Leo or a Mikey or a Raph. You got to let me know in the next couple minutes as I'm about to color them. Hey, I want to say hello to Hyper Potato, who says Larry loves me. We were talking about Larry Hama earlier. And that's true. Larry does love the Hyper Potato. Thanks for stopping by, Kirk.
Yep.
Take advantage of the Black Friday sale, Kirk. So yeah, right now I'm just laying down base colors. I used spring green from Prismacolor for the skin on this turtle, and then I'll go over it with a darker shade momentarily, but putting all the base shades down. And speaking of colors, that's another thing I was thinking about on our newspaper strip of continuing the story. I was like, should I leave that in black and white? Maybe do a one color enhancement.
Yeah.
Should I do the letters? And I think in the end, I probably am going to do the letters and then make the color. I may leave it in black and white just because printing later on will be cheaper.
Right. Hey, no harm in that.
And then I was like, should I hire a letter? But I was like, you know what? It's like we were talking about. We're just kind of do it when we want to do it.
Right.
And, I mean, there may be a month where we do one, and there may be a month where we do 5.
Right, exactly.
And I wouldn't want to put a letter through that. And so I was like, I think I'll just letter it myself.
Yeah. And then, you're not really obligated, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I think it'll just be me and you all the way on it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if anybody out there is watching who wants to claim this one, but doesn't want it to be Donatello, I'll give you a few more minutes because what I'm going to do is darken the green. I'm going to do the shading of the green, so that'll buy a little time. I'm going to use grass green from Prismacolor to give it a second shade. And Mark is going to use ruler work for days.
You see me? Yeah. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. I think I should maybe put a water towel right there. That'll look pretty cool.
You always make such cool backgrounds and cityscapes. They're not fun to ink, but
Yeah, tell me about it.
Actually, in their own way, they are kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
It's always like, yeah, you feel rewarded.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, that came together all right.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you don't rush like me. Take your time, they come out really good.
We got some good feedback in the chat. One person, the Hyper Potato, said make him Sergeant Rock instead of Donatello. I might be too far into the process at this point. Kathy said, how could anyone not want it to be Donatello? That's a good point. We'll have to. I'm thinking this is going to be a Donnie unless somebody jumps in here and says, no, make it a Mikey or a Raph or But the facial expression, I'd say, I think he's too happy to be Raphael.
Yeah.
This
He's
one
more-
probably should have been Raphael with his gritty
Yeah,
determination.
the angry one. The angry one.
Yeah, but that, like I said, this is like the old school Eastman and Laird, where they were much darker, much more violent.
Yeah. I actually wish they would make another Ninja Turtles movie, to be quite honest.
Heck yes,
Like a live action.
yes.
I wish they would make another one.
I was just rewatching all of them with
Yeah.
my son who just turned 8. We went watched all of them again.
Yep.
And he really enjoyed them, and it
I'm
made me
sure.
realize, like, especially those last two were really good. And
Yeah. You mean the Michael Bay ones?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
really. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people had complaints about it, but I actually thought even the way the turtles looked,
yeah,
I thought it was pretty awesome how he, you know, he made them look a bit more realistic. And
yeah.
I think
liked
some
it.
people maybe didn't like that because they like the cartoony, but I think it was kind of cool with the live action adaptation, how he made them look, you know.
Heck yeah, I'm with you all
Yeah,
the
I
way.
liked it. Yeah, I liked it, but yeah, I was hoping that he would make more, but you know, like there's a lot of things happen behind the scenes.
Yeah, I really liked that second one. It had Bebop and Rocksteady and
Yeah, exactly.
Krang and like all the stuff we remember as kids.
Yeah.
I guess that begs the question: were the turtles? I guess they were pretty popular on the island too.
Oh yeah. Well, one of my coworkers, he was like, when he was young, he had like everything you could name with Ninja Turtles, like the sheets, the pajamas, the
Oh wow!
let's say underpants, because he had this too. You know what I mean? He had the action figures, and I say to him, I said, if only you would have realized and would have kept some of those original action figures. You know what those things are worth today is unbelievable. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, hindsight. But he was hit. But he's still a big fan of the turtles. You know what I mean? But
I do.
he likes the original look of them. You know, like what you're drawing there.
Right.
Yeah, he
Get him
loves that.
get him on the phone. See if he wants to buy.
Yeah, I see. But it's funny. I just thought of that. You know, I said, you know, I should buy him a piece and just surprise him. You know, because he's a huge fan. You know.
Oh, I'll happily send you one if you want one.
Yeah.
Kathy weighs in on the movie. Said her only complaint was how that mountain they came down in the truck, which was the first of the Michael Bay films, had to be 50 miles long because that was a long slide down a mountain.
Oh
And
yeah,
you're right,
yes.
but it was fun.
I guess I can say it was a bit of an overkill, but you know, with Michael Bay, you know what to expect.
you know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, so you can't know what to expect. But yeah, I actually forgot about. You know what? I might just watch that because
It's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that tonight.
Pop
Friday
it
night, I have
on.
nothing else to do. Yeah, exactly. Because I notice myself these days, I watch more old movies than I watch new ones. To be quite honest.
Interesting. I have that same phenomenon happening.
Yeah, because I watched today. I watched the new Jeepers Creepers movie.
So,
I mean, it was creepy enough, but I mean, it doesn't compare to the original one. And now I need to go back.
I need to see the original one.
Yeah, well, I need to go back and rewatch it because I can't remember. And my wife hates them, so I never really watch it. I have to watch it when I actually watched it before I went to work this morning. You know what I mean? When I was here alone.
How is the family?
Everybody's doing good, Jaron.
That's what I like to
so
hear.
good. You know what? Gearing on for the festive season. My favorite time of year.
You and me both. Oh, Kathy says the Turtles is like a runaway in one of the Fast and Furious movies. Which I'll have to take your word for it. I haven't seen a Fast and Furious movie, but I could definitely feel that vibe.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I haven't seen any Fast. Well, I stopped watching Fast and Furious a while back. I lost track, and they have so many of them. you know what I mean? Now, why is
officially
it that?
Donatello? Purple is going down, so this is officially Donatello now.
There you go. Decision has been made.
Decision has been made. You can get Angry Mikey or Happy Donnie delivered to your house or anywhere you want it delivered for just $10.
Can't go wrong.
Because I ain't trying to get rich off these. I'm just trying to have fun.
No. Oh yeah. And that's the thing with commissions as well. You know, it's like you got to be really, really good or popular to make a living off of them. You know, because I enjoy, you know, sharing my work with folks. That's probably one of the biggest reasons why I like doing the commissions. But you know, you're not gonna survive off of it. Well, not me anyway.
Not me either.
You know what I mean? So,
you do all right, but you better have something else going on.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Kathy says that she loves the original Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, well, that one I think was the best. The second one, I know I watched it, but can't remember it. If they made a second one, I'm pretty sure they did.
I think they did.
Yeah, something like that. But a lot of times, movies like that, it's only good when you make the first off.
It always looked interesting, but I haven't gotten around to seeing it.
Yeah, it's just a creepy concept. You know what I mean?
So I watched a great, I guess, horror movie. Had a little comic spin to it too from the 80s the other night called The Stuff.
Yes, that I don't remember, but I have seen it.
1985's The Stuff. I saw that for the first time the other night, and I was like, this movie is so good. It was so much fun.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It's kind of gross too, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit gross.
Yeah, yeah, like I said,
because kind of fun.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I can't say that I remember, but when you posted the picture with the stuff coming out of the guy's mouth, that actually brought back memories.
I really liked it. Yeah, I was very, very pleasantly surprised with that one.
And I found that a lot of the older horror movies, I think I said this before to you, is that they had lot less special effects to work with. You know, so they put a lot more into the movies, you know what I mean? But now, like a lot of CGI, I think takes away because people tend to get lazy. And they just rely on the special effects so much. And the movie's like, okay, well, it's okay, but it's not the best thing.
I think you're right. I think if you could go like take a look at John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982, and it will hold up against anything that's come out in the last 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's even like the Halloween movies, right? To this day, I still think the first one is the best one. You know, just how creepy everything was. You know, and it wasn't even much. You know, it wasn't that much gore involved, but it was just creepy how he just crept around, and you see him like in the background, his shadow in the background and whatnot, and it was just cool how everything was situated.
Absolute atmosphere, man, atmosphere.
Yeah, that's it.
Of course, we're just a couple of old guys.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. Yeah, I mean, hey. Because younger folks would probably listen to us like whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You know? Whatever, you old guys. How can I say? We like. There we go. Pretty good bite on this Donatello. Man, I can't believe we've been drawing for about an hour now.
Cool.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Does it? Yeah, I saw the when you sent me the message, I said, well, hey, I don't really have anything else planned, but things tend to pop up every now and again.
That's true.
Then I was in the waiting room. I said, okay, well, normally he sees because that was the routine, right? But this time it's like,
Yeah, I got all
so
carried away.
So then I'm saying, then I couldn't remember how to send the message, right? Then I said, hey, wait a minute, I have to go onto the stream to send the message. I said, okay, well, let me send the message, say hi, and then once he sees that, he trigger the memory, you know?
It's all coming back.
It is. Even setting up my stuff, you know, it had been so long.
Apparently, I'm supposed to tell Eli to stop passing gas. So, Eli, stop passing gas. That's a favor for a friend in the chat.
There you go. Sure, the message got out.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna add. Oops. I see some eraser work I gotta do. There we go. Now I'm having some fun with some lettering work. We're just having ourselves a grand old time on the stream today.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it.
Oh, I think the Hyper Potato is trying to get you to work on some Atari Force drawings over there.
Atari Force. Hey, mate.
Oh, he loves him some Atari Force.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it. I'm not that familiar with it. I'm not gonna lie. But I can do whatever, mate.
That's true. He can do whatever.
No problem for me. I actually like doing new stuff because a lot of the characters I won't draw because I notice you tend to draw the characters that you like.
Yeah, like Ninja Turtles.
But if someone asks, it's like, okay, cool, I could draw that.
That's true. Left to my own devices, I draw a lot of turtles and a lot of Batman.
Yeah, right, exactly. I mean, you tend to talk, just lean towards the same characters over and over, which, and it's actually good I think when you branch out and do all the characters.
You are probably right. In fact, you're definitely right. In fact, I actually am not a big fan of doing lettering work.
No.
But I'm forcing myself to do it right now.
Yeah, lettering is actually kind of tricky.
Trying to match the tone of the drawing with the tone of the lettering, make it fun. And I'm going to make it pop. Hopefully, this is all going to work out.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other part, huh?
Just got to hope it works out. Now I think I'm going to do a black fade up with it. So I need to pick out where I'm going to put my signature. That's the worst part when you do a solid black fade up and you realize you've left no place for your signature. You're like, huh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm done.
Yeah, but that's the other thing I noticed about inking that I'm trying to change as well, because I like a lot of black, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I've started to do like a lot more cross hatching
Right.
because then it leaves a little more area for like coloring and whatnot. Because I mean, the black's nice, but you don't want to put everything where it's just blacked out, you know?
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And the black you
This-
sort of get away with it because it's just like it hides stuff.
when I first, like I was telling you, I first did the cold lightning. I was like, I'm gonna just do solid blacks,
Yeah.
not a lot of cross hatching or line work. And then later on, I was like, well, it really does look better when I do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
So live and learn. Man, you'd think I could find a ruler of all things. I only have 9 of them.
I know. Always
Can't
when you
find
need
one.
them, huh?
Can't find the one I want per se, but I'll use this one. I think it'll be fine. All I really need to do is draw a box around my signature so I don't color it in. Doesn't even have to be a pretty box. Which is good because that was just a terrible line I put down.
Hmm.
Yep, I wish I had my other ruler. That's all right. We will get away with it. There we go. Oh, I see Hyper Potato's got jokes and jokes down in the chat. Oh, Mark's got a ruler. If you're looking for a ruler, try Caesar. You guys in the chat. Your jokes and jokes. So quiet at your house. Family must be gone.
But I knew everyone's in the kitchen area. I'm in the bedroom just minding my own business.
Well, be sure to say hello to the Duchess for me.
Yes, sir.
And all the little Hatherleys. It's been so long since we've talked. Last time that we did talk, you were having challenging scheduling issues at work.
Yeah, that's somewhat subsided. That was
Good.
a lot of that was due to COVID. Obviously, we're coping a lot better with it now, so that's not much of an issue, which is a good thing.
Well, I ended up getting it twice.
Yeah, I got it once, just not too long ago, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I've been lucky so far this time, but finally got me.
Yeah, I got it about a year ago, and then again in like February, March, or whatever, and I lived.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. That's your main thing.
I was like, yeah, it was annoying, but that not so bad. And in the chat, Hyper Potato says, I bet the Duchess would enjoy Atari Force.
Yeah, quite possibly.
I see the angles you're working over there, Kirk. I see it. This marks, I think, the first art live stream I've ever done where I started with just a blank piece of paper without having to sketch down already. I always like to have the sketch down because I don't want to mess that up and then let everybody see me get frustrated.
Yeah, hey, man. I know what you're saying there. You be surprised how much times, some pieces you should see how many times I start over. It's unbelievable.
I ball up, throw it across the room,
Yeah,
say curse words.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, mate, you're not a real artist if you don't do that. Believe you me.
Yep, I think this is the first live stream we haven't started with at least just a real light layout. Done. Otello. Almost done here. Uh-oh. They found you.
Yeah. That's a storm wolf.
Found him. Everybody be quiet. Well, if she's looking for you, then that's all right. I think we're going to be done here shortly.
Yeah.
I am going to color
it's
this
been fun,
top part in yellow. And
well, I'll tell you this: I done more in this than I would have done. Believe you me, had I just been sitting there.
Yeah, it's like I said, that's one of the reasons I did all my inking, a lot of my inking for Cold Lightning on live stream is because it made me do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm just, like I said, I'm just been chipping away at this piece anyway. So I said, well, I got something to do on the stream. So it's like, okay, well, it wasn't like I had nothing to do.
Sometimes you just need a little extra push.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Uh-oh, hot girls are here. We're getting that spam chat, put the spammers put the hot girls links in the chat. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, hot girls are here chat. Would you be interested in buying either one of these for just $10?
Don't even know that's spam, huh?
Kathy, is that you? Is that your alternate account? Actually, it's more likely it would be Kirk's alternate account. Oh, goodness. Well, there we go. We've got these done. I guess we can wrap this up.
Looks good, Jarrod.
Thank you, sir. And of course, your Spider-Man looks amazing.
Yep. Thank you very much.
I'll do a couple things. Let me do a reminder of the upcoming second printing of Hamilton versus Burr. Put the cover back up. That's Mark and I's work. Mark did the pencils. I did the ink, and Ace Wheelie colored it. Look for that Kickstarter coming very, very soon for the second printing of Hamilton versus Burr. And, of course, Mark and I are also hard at work on Shipwrecker. And there's page 1, nice and inked and lettered. Let's give you a taste of what Shipwrecker's like. Very James Bond. And Mark, why don't you tell the good folks where they can find you out on the internets?
Instagram, at Mark Halliday, as you can see. I'm on Twitter, at Heavily 75, but that's kind of sticky. I gotta get a new handle for that one. But Facebook, Facebook under my name as well. So that and you could always go through Jared if it's that important.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you ever need, just get in touch with Mark. If you want to commission him or want to commission us, we do
Yep.
duo pieces. You
Yep.
just
You don't
saw the
want.
cut. Well, I don't have to tell you. I can show you again. This is our cover work. If you are a comic creator out there and you're looking for a cover artist, Mark and I are happy to duo it up for you. He'll do pencils, I'll do inks, and we can probably find you a colorist if you're not in the biggest
Yeah.
hurry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we can definitely do pencils and inks for you. Cool. So yeah, if you need Mark, best way apparently is Instagram at Mark_Hatherley.
Yeah.
It is
Instagram's
on.
probably the easiest way.
And of course, like he said, if you need him for anything else, you can always hit me up and I'll get you in touch. And everybody knows my handle around these parts. I'm at Yard Sale Artist, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's all at Yard Sale Artist. I want to thank everybody who stopped by. I want to thank Kirk and Kathy and Brian. And of course, my chat window just closed all by. There it goes. Now it's back. And of course, Pat for stopping by. We encourage you to check out all the shows on the Long Box Crusade Network. It's mostly podcasts and fun things you can listen to while you're doing other stuff. Open up another browser, check out our podcast on this network. But every once in a while, I like to do a little live stream, have some fun. I've really missed doing this with Mark, so today has been awesome. Thanks for coming on.
Yep. Been a while.
Well, cool. Then from Bermuda and Alabama, we will say goodbye, and we hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful weekend.